Hi folks, it's me again, Scots Bob, back at the Vice with a very popular fly in our reservoir, and it's just coming into its own. It does fish all the year round. If you watch the grass, you'll see the wee tiny daddies flitting about in the grass, etc. I don't know whether they're a different genre or the bigger ones, but I don't know. Anyway, this is one that you fish, not up the surface with a big floating body on it or a floating head on it. This is one that you fish just subsurface, and it's good to fish underneath a daddy that has got the foam head on it or the foam body that's sitting up in the water. You fish this maybe 10 inches to a foot below it, and a lot of times you'll get fish clattering the one that's subsurface rather than the one on the top. And if you find that they're coming to the one on the top and turning away, try this pattern beneath it, and it sometimes works. Anyway, in the Vice is a B175 Camisar, medium shank bent hook. And what I'm going to put in now is a bit of this red crinkled tinsel stuff. I don't know what they cry this stuff, I got it from China. You can use it the way it is. You see how it's got different, because it's crinkled, it's got different bodies for the light to hit, so it flashes and that. But in this case, I'm going to be stretching it out and using it as the red backside of this fly. And it's a red bottom daddy, which my friend Jamesy ties and fishes a lot, but he uses the floating pattern with the deer here with a red tag, and he catches a lot of fish with it. So all we're doing is just building up a wee red tag here at the back end. It's on a flash point. You don't need anything special. Just get it up, get a bit of red tag on it. That should be enough, I think. Tie it off. There's simplicity itself to tie. It's not a hard fly to tie. It depends how hard you want to make it. As you know, I'll be looking at my channel, if you've looked before, all my flies are hopefully simple to tie. I'm no an artisan fly tyer. I tie flies for myself, I don't sell them. I give them away, yeah, to people who ask for them, or who I'm maybe fishing in the day and I'm catching in there. No, I'll give them a couple of flies that I'm catching with. Other than that, I tie them for myself. So they will be rough and ready. Some folk laugh at it. Some folk put some nasty comments in. They must have a lot to do with their life. Anyway, this is just a mirage silver tinsel that'll run up the body. And that's the body complete, except for one thing we need to do before we go into finishing off the fly. What we need to do is put a bit of epoxy resin on it, because we need to protect that tinsel with the teeth of the trout, because they will damage it when they take it. So hopefully it gets a lot of damage, yeah? Because that's what it's all about, catching fish and catch them with the flies that you've tied yourself. And as I said, this fly's simple, so get it in your vise, get it tied, get it onto your line, and I'm telling you, you'll catch fish with it. It's a great back end season fly, August, September. So get it into the box, get ready to use it, because the great last fly of summer will be coming shortly, which is the daddy long legs, or the crane fly. Anyway, I'm going to put some legs on them now, and these are just pre-tied pheasant tail knotted legs that I haven't knotted myself. I'm too clumsy to be doing that stuff. I'll buy them. So half a dozen, 3 on each side, or just pull a bunch off and put some to each side. I'm sure the trout don't count the legs. So just tie it in, run it down to the eye of the hook, and then run it back up to leave space for the hackle, which is going to be quite a long hackle. It's not going to be neat looking. I don't want it to be neat looking. So I tidy that up a wee bit, and then I'll go and pick my hackle. I've got a nice cape here, a light ginger cape that I use for this one. This seems to be the kind of best colour up in our water anyway. You might need to experiment what's the best colour for you on your water. Obviously I can't tell you what your colours are going to be, so it's entirely up to you to experiment and find out what you can use and what you can't use. So just tie it in, nothing fancy yet, get a good grip it, tie off the stem, trim off the stem, get the hackle and start to wind it round and fold it back. Wind it round. You want a nice long hackle in there. Just watch your leg. I think that should do me. Just let me have a look at it. Oh, 1 hour. I'll do me now. Now what I want to do now is tie it off and tie it in. Just run your thread through it a couple of times and then go back to the front and sweep it all back and starting at the eye of the hook, build up a wee head coming back towards the hackle. A nice wee black head there, just to tie everything in place. And then, finish. And that will apply complete except to trim off the hackle excess, which I'll do in 2 seconds. There you are. And that's quite complete. Now get the hackle excess and tear it off. Just trim off any ones you see that you don't really like. Now that looks good to me. And that's the red bottom crane fly or daddy long legs, and it's deadly. It fishes just under the surface. As I've said already, under an actual floating crane fly, put this 10 inches or even 6 inches below, just under the surface. If they come and refuse the surface for 9 times out of 10, they'll take the one that's just under it because they're looking for some to eat. Again, as usual, thanks very much for watching, and tight lines.